Dead in Hip Hop album review. Freddie Gibbs sold separately. Before we get into the album review, we've done Freddie multiple times. All right, look, let me just run down the list of all of the projects that we done damn reviewed. We done did Pinata, we did Alfredo, we did Bandana, we did Fetty, we did Freddie, we did You Only Live Twice, and me and Beezy did Shadow of a Doubt. So, if you don't know who the hell Freddie Gibbs is, the man is from Gary, Indiana. And if you want more insight into his music, go check out all of our previous videos.
This is his first solo album since Freddie.
Yes, first solo album since Freddie. Where it's not like him and a producer or him or another artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So completely solo project.
I think it's the first one on Warner too. I think it's like a mainstream debut for him.
He came with the facts, man.
Yeah, he did.
Because it's on Warner. This is on Warner.
Yeah, because he owns his own label in terms of ESGN, Evil Seeds Grow Naturally. Go check out that project too if you have not listened to that project. No, we did not review that one.
The double facts.
Mm-hmm. They trying to have fact battle. Right. Man, it's a fact off.
Fact off. Freddie Gibbs, so separately. Man, bruh, look, I'm always here for a Freddie project. This motherfucker bang. I'm gonna just start out right there. This motherfucker bang. But in an overview of this project, man, it really had me like, I don't know if there's another artist in hip hop right now that bridges the gap between a lot of the newer artists and the legends of hip hop more than Freddie. Like, we're talking about an album that got Moneybagg Yo, Offset, Anderson .Paak, but he also has, a frequent collaborator in Pusha T, but he also got Scarface on here. He also has DJ Paul from 3-6. Like, how many hip hop artists have that wide range of features? And then it's not like Freddie is trying to pull somebody into his world or going so far outside of the box. It's like, it's natural and it sounds good. The way it starts off, who's that singing in Kelly
Price?
Kelly Price, okay. Man, what the hell?
What does it say?
He said, yes, it does.
Mine says it.
Mine doesn't.
Kelly Price.
Mine does not. Mine just
Kelly Price was singing her ass off in that intro.
So I didn't know.
Hell yeah.
I'm just saying, goddamn.
This nervous thing didn't say it.
What's that, Apple Music?
It doesn't say it on Apple Music.
Okay, so yeah, I didn't know. I just know she could fucking sing.
Well, you know now.
I know now. Well, Kelly Price did her damn thing. You heard him try to sing after, and then she came in and just like went with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
It was a good intro.
It was a damn good intro, and the beat and everything just sounded like a real like
a gospel type shit.
Yes, like it really set the tone. Let me jump forward real quick to the loose theme.
Do you, man? Do you?
Yeah. To the loose theme of this project, right? Because when I was listening to it, I'm like, why the fuck you got KD calling, Joe Rogan? Like this, I don't know. Like, I didn't get it at first. But as I kept listening to it, I was like, oh, this is Freddie's ride to like his career, like his ride to the top, and him kind of along the way getting all of these people, you know what I'm saying? And then toward the end, it's his mom calling. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of like she fades out into something completely, you know what I'm saying, different. So I was like, damn, I was trying to tie this shit together, but I really like it's just so loose that I don't even know if I'm right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm right at all, but that's just how I feel about it. But
I just didn't understand how's it tied to like the hotel theme and all that?
Because it's kind of like getting to like a destination, right? Like a vacation, right? Like think about when you went to what was it? Where did you go for your birthday?
Turks and Caicos.
Turks and Caicos. There was such a long road before you even went to Turks and Caicos, right? There was some shit that you went through, your personal life, things that you had to put together to the side to get to Turks and Caicos, Just
a celebration of my birthday, bro.
For a celebration of your...
That's all I was trying to figure out too. I was like, what was he going through?
I was in the milestone. I'm in the milestone birthday, and I wanted to celebrate.
Journey, like there's a journey before you got to the Turks and Caicos.
Yeah, you had to drive to the airport, right?
Go ahead. Whatever. I'm sorry, I'm just fucking with you. Go ahead.
Nah, fuck y'all niggas. I thought it was interesting, that song "Pain and Strife" with Offset, especially now that Migos have officially broken up.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
And I think Offset mentioned in this verse, like, yeah, I had to pay he pretty much paid to get that contract.
Yeah. He did pay to get out of his situation.
I just don't understand. Aren't they like real brothers?
That's what I thought too. I thought that
I
too.
didn't know they were real brothers. It's like how we would mention that we're brothers.
See, I thought it was actual brothers. I thought they were actual brothers.
I don't think they are.
Yeah, I don't think they
are. The Migos brothers? You know that? Oh.
Okay,
Okay.
got you.
But I thought it was a really good look for Offset when you look at some of the people that he collaborates with. This is out of Offset's box. You know what I'm saying? But he sounded real good on that.
A little reference to Bone and stuff.
Yes.
You know, a little Midwest.
Money,
yeah.
For the love of money. All you youngins, I know y'all don't know that shit. Go back and listen to that.
I wasn't crazy about that track though.
Really? I liked it.
No, that's probably one of the ones I didn't particularly care for on this album.
I'm with him. I don't think Offset was in his element on that song.
I liked it.
He didn't sound bad, but he didn't sound
Yeah,
great.
it wasn't like great.
Yeah, it didn't take it over the top, but
It wasn't a beat for Offset. It wasn't a song for Offset. I think Freddie could have gave him something that's a little bit more in his.
More trappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was more melodic.
Yeah, and I didn't love it either.
I feel you.
It wasn't bad though.
I feel you. The lead single, Too Much.
Now I didn't care about that much. I remember when that came out, I was just kind of like, what? I didn't care for too much like that.
You didn't like Too
I
Much?
didn't know this was a single. I didn't even know this album was coming out. I didn't.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he
knew
released
he
the
was
video and
working
everything
on
for
one.
it. He released the video and everything for Too Much.
When I saw the video, I thought it was like, video feels a little rushed. It didn't feel real thought out. And also you could tell that they filmed it at two separate times because Freddie and Moneybagg never were in the same shot. So they definitely filmed it separately and put it together.
Yeah, the song wasn't like, oh man, I'm excited for a new Freddie Gibbs. Like that song wasn't that dope for me to be like, I'm excited for Freddie Gibbs album.
I feel you, B. Like it wasn't like, it didn't like make me want to be like, oh my God, like this is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
But it really made me think like, damn, he got Moneybagg. Like, and to me, Moneybagg sounded good on this. Like, I think it was the right track to put Moneybagg on. But I liked it. I didn't love this song, but so I feel where you're coming from. But I definitely liked it.
I think this is another one I just didn't care for. And
Really?
I like Moneybagg, yo. I liked him on other stuff. Like I like the music that he makes on his own. I don't know if I liked them together on this track. It was kind of the same thing with Offset. Like I've been able to stand Offset on other stuff, but just him with Freddie, it just don't mesh to me.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know who Moneybagg Yo is, and I actually thought he complimented the track pretty well.
I like Moneybagg Yo.
Gotcha.
I don't know if you ever heard his solo stuff.
I've never
Solo stuff is
put
actually
that.
kind of fun and like hood and shit. And I like that stuff better than I like this. Like so, yeah.
You think it was maybe on too rapidy rap of a track?
Possibly.
Rapidy rap of a track. We'll use that word.
This felt like a rapidy rap.
That's why I say I don't really know him, but like Gibbs's verse, I mean, was pretty rapidy rap. I mean, I don't even know if he breathed the entire fucking verse.
The breath control was insane.
That's insane.
Insane on that song.
And then when Moneybagg Yo came in, I was like, oh, who's this guy? I was like, oh, he sounds pretty good. I like his kind of gruff voice. I thought he sounded good.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about him though.
This next track is the one that I just like, oh wait, hold on. This is hard. That lobster omelet.
Shout out to Jake One.
That beat, oh my God.
It's crazy because it sound like to me on that transition from Too Much to that song, it sound like Jake One sampled the
same
sample on
shit.
that song and just made it his own. Because once the beat dropped, I was like, holy shit. I said, Jake fucking... When I saw the producer, I was like, fucking Jake One, man.
And it was also dope because it almost sounded like elevator music, like that transition. You know what I'm saying? So like again, it just goes into the theme of this whole resort type of thing.
Yeah.
But when that beat really started coming in, I got the ugly face now.
Gibbs was flowing on that shit. Gibbs was flowing on that.
I didn't realize that on the first couple listens, or on the first listen, that this is the one that Ross was on. And I'm like, oh, you put Ross on this? Even though
But it sounded like a Ross track.
it did sound like a Ross track. But you know what? Ross was the one that I wasn't too excited for.
Yeah, he hasn't
on
been
this one.
bringing it lately, like on his features, I don't think. But
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't been bringing it like he normally does on his features to me.
Yeah, that verse wasn't great. I've definitely heard a lot better from Ross.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one was a bit lackluster for me.
It didn't ruin the track for me though.
No, it didn't. Not at all.
That shit is beautiful.
But it didn't add nothing either.
No, I didn't add anything, but yeah, it still was really good. God damn, this was a good track. I played it in the Eye Friday
did.
as my tester.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. I also feel like the one with Anderson .Paak was a little weird to me. Like I wasn't. It almost felt odd on the project. Like I wasn't a real fan of it. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that one.
That shit was good.
I don't know if I was the only one, and I probably am. I don't know, but Raekwon's verse sounded very dated. It sounded very dated. He was talking about Danny Ainge, Michael Jordan. Who else did he say? He don't need to make sports references because it makes him sound dated.
Oh yeah, it was a bit of a drag for me. It was. You like this one? You been a little quiet, Ken.
Oh, you don't want me talking.
Oh shit. Okay, let me speed on by because I already know his contentious relationship with Freddie. Moving a little bit forward, PYS with DJ Paul.
I love that.
Love that. That's probably one of my favorite on here, bro.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I do like that one.
Yes.
do
See,
like
the
that.
iPad came back.
Man, that
Yes.
shit was so good.
So hard. That's so hard. And DJ Paul sounded good on that.
Yeah, that was good. That beat. Oh my god. I know we talked about last time.
Paul brought him right in his element. He brought Freddie
for
into his
real.
world with that type of production.
Yeah.
That shit
was
man,
dope.
That shit bomb for real.
Yep.
Raekwon sound dated, but DJ Paul was
I
fine.
knew he was
Okay.
gonna say that. So predictable.
I'm just confused.
so predictable.
I'm just confused.
Did sound dated.
How Raekwon sound dated, but DJ Paul
just told
didn't?
you. Oh, I'm not saying that because that's the no.
So you didn't just tell me. So you didn't just tell me.
Why am I doing this?
I'm trying to figure it out. I want to get into your brain, man. I want to understand how you think.
No, you don't.
I do. Because I thought DJ Paul it sounded fine, but he definitely sounded dated.
DJ Paul clearly isn't Raekwon, and yeah, he's gonna sound dated, but I don't know for some reason. I don't know. It was just the actual things that Raekwon was saying.
Leave Raekwon alone, man. He's like 52.
I know. It sounded like it.
It's not
flow. He still had the flow,
like
but man, it was just like the references, man. I was like, damn.
Y'all are rude, man.
He just gave him an old verse and he just kind of tweaked it.
No, he didn't.
He went into his book
No,
of
he
rhymes.
didn't.
He went into his book of rhymes. Like, oh yeah, that one
man.
fits. That one fits. Let me just add Freddie on that one. You know,
I don't want to think Raekwon would do that. I hope he didn't do that.
How'd y'all feel about Dark Hearted? I really like that one too.
Yeah.
Dark Hearted was hard.
Yeah.
To me, that's one of those joints that shows the versatility of Freddie, right? Like he's not singing, but very melodic, extremely melodic, and just the rapping ability and the breath control. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very special. You know what I'm saying when it comes to that. Love that track. I think it's magic every time that Freddie and Pusha T are on the same track. I think those
Gold
two
rings,
dudes,
yeah.
yes. And then I'm gonna skip forward to CIA, man. That shit.
Madlib.
Bruh, them niggas they got a different connection, bro. Their connection, I don't understand it.
What about Freddie and Alchemist on Black is in the Room?
Black is in the Room.
You didn't even mention
Black
that
is in the room.
He skipped past that.
Yeah.
Oh,
With that beat switch too?
Yeah, that one was hard.
Was not expecting that beat switch
I was
in any
not.
way, shape,
No.
or form.
I
When
was
it hit,
not.
I was like, oh,
shit.
Wow.
Yes.
because I thought it was gonna be very yacht rockish the whole way
No.
through. And then we added the
That's why I'm
drums. it was
surprised
like,
you didn't
okay,
mention that one. But yeah, Madlib, go ahead and talk about CIA.
Yeah, let's talk about CIA. I know Madlib did it, but this one felt a little bit like Baby Shit and Skinny Suge off of Alfredo. Just kind of him like just storytelling, just going in like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, I love when Freddie does that shit. No hook, no nothing, just keep going.
He said, crack, Instagram, and AIDS.
CIA.
CIA gave us crack, Instagram, and
and
AIDS.
AIDS.
I was like, damn. Okay.
Yeah,
That shit was cold.
yeah, that was a hard
And
joint.
it's like, it had a cool message, you know, with the dudes like actually talking about selling drugs on Instagram. That's how they're getting busted
Right,
by this.
right.
Like, that's crazy.
Yep.
And then Decoded.
Yeah, Decoded with Scarface.
Man.
I feel like we had just talked about Scarface, when we're talking about legends, and if they still can, make rap or whatever. And I had just talked about it. I had just brought it up because that last album, we was like, oh man, it actually was really good.
Yeah.
or whatever. So
So the Scarface sound dated to you?
I don't think so.
See, I think he did.
Really?
I don't think he sounded bad, but he
I
that
didn't
verse
think he-
definitely sounded dated.
I love Scarface.
What made it sound dated to you?
It didn't sound modern. It just sounded like an old verse. It was a fine verse, But I thought Raekwon's verse sounded more current than Scarface's verse.
Yeah, I disagree. I feel you though, because I feel like Scarface hasn't necessarily changed. So it feels like you brought Scarface from his height of, the late 90s, early 2000s and dropped him in 2022.
Right. Raekwon has at least changed his flows up some.
But I feel like Scarface flow was a little faster.
No, it
actually.
wasn't.
No,
It was
it-
slow
no,
as
no, no,
hell.
no.
Was it not?
Yeah, no. This is
But he did a lot of pauses back in the day. I don't feel like he was doing
Nah,
that.
man, this verse was super slow. It was a good verse, but it
Yeah.
was super slow.
it's very Scarface-ish. Like it, like
I
he
just-
did. He stayed comfortable in his lane.
It didn't sound as slow as I've heard him before. Like I don't remember it sounding like this. Not saying it was fast. It just sounded faster than how his normal flow is. Normal.
Nah,
flow.
Nah,
sounded
he's
normal.
rapped faster than this plenty of
Yeah.
times. It sounded, it just sounded very, very, very slow.
Yeah, I liked Scarface on this because it felt like the beat and everything fit for him.
It did, yeah. Yeah.
The joint with Anderson .Paak and Raekwon, that one felt out of place.
What the
It just
hell?
did, bro. It just did. I didn't like the beat on it. I didn't like Anderson on there. I didn't like Raekwon on there. I damn near didn't like. They could. Me personally, I could take that one off. I could take that whole track off.
Damn.
I can,
Okay.
bro.
What you think? What you think, Ken?
Okay,
What you think, nigga?
Damn.
Because you don't want to talk. So what?
I was just fucking with
So
Feefo,
B gonna make
man.
you talk.
Yeah, I
I was
want
just
to
messing
know.
with Feefo, man. Y'all know me. I was just messing with Feefo, man.
So go ahead. You don't like this
Just
album?
trolling. Huh? I'm not a fan of it, no.
Wow.
I think there are some good songs on here. I don't know, man. This direction, I guess this is a major label.
Yeah,
They
Warner.
something like
Warner
that.
Brothers?
Yep.
I as soon as I hit play, I was like, okay, I could hear it. I could hear it, and I was like, oh, this is Freddie trying to cross over to a bigger audience.
So you feel like Couldn't Be Done felt like crossing over the intro?
With Kelly Price. That one.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. You got Kelly Price singing on the fucking song, bro. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
But it didn't feel like the recipe though. Like for making a commercial acceptably.
I
acceptable
never would have
song.
imagined Freddie even thinking about calling up Kelly Price.
I give you that. I'm not disagreeing with that, but it didn't feel.
Then you
like,
got Offset, you got Moneybagg Yo, you got Rick Ross, you got Anderson .Paak on here. Look at the features, bro. Like, this is definitely him, spreading his wings. I'm
really
not
surprised.
knocking him for it, but the stuff that he's done before, I am more of a fan of. But understand that he wants to move and grow and do something a little bit different. I've never really been a fan of ESGN type Freddie, but I do think that he did a good job of trying to give a little bit of balance for those that more singular focused Freddie. But he definitely expanded the sound on this album.
He did.
I don't 100% disagree, but it still feels like it doesn't feel like Freddie sold out, in my opinion. It doesn't feel like the blueprint of what makes it to the radio. That's what I mean. Like, it still felt like a Freddie project.
If we know what it feels like to me, it feels like when Freddie tried to come out in the beginning, he was doing that trap sound, and it didn't necessarily work. It sounds like now that I got my name recognition up, now that I got my fan base up, now that people know who I am, I'm
Has he been nominated for a Grammy with Alfredo?
right. I'm on the cusp of breaking out, and I'm gonna actually go back and revisit some of that to see if I can, bring in a wider audience.
Is this oxymoron?
I think Schoolboy did that with not with Oxymoron. You mean
Crash
the other
Talk?
Crash Talk?
Well, I feel like he did it with oxymoron first because he had that collard greens on there, the Man of the Year on there. He had a lot
But
of.
it didn't sound like a
singles.
apply for reach for radio play. Oxymoron.
I thought some of them songs.
Crash
were,
Talk,
yeah,
I think is the one more than
That was
that
definitely
one too.
That was definitely
that one too.
radio
Definitely
play,
that
Crash
one.
Talk.
But that's the one I would pick before.
I never thought that about that album.
me either. I do like the beat on Lobster Omelet. I do like the Feel No Pain joint, of course, the Face joint. We already mentioned POS with DJ Paul, but that kind of felt like a DJ Paul record more than a Freddie
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, it felt like a 3-6 Mafia song, with Freddie. But it works.
Of course,
but
the
that
Black
works.
is in the Room was fucking nuts, especially with that beat switch, which we already talked about. I do feel like Freddie like was rapping well on here, but I don't think Freddie will necessarily slouch all that much when it comes to rapping.
I was kind of where Ken was when I first listened to this, because it did sound a little different from what I've been used to with Freddie. But I think I like it the more I listen to it actually. I still have a couple tracks here and there that I don't care for, which I've already mentioned. But it's only a couple tracks, you know what I'm saying? But because when I go through this thing, I'm like, wait a minute, this is still very much Freddie. And I think that's why I compared it to Oxymoron for me personally, because I remember liking Oxymoron, but it definitely was some tracks that I felt like he was kind of reaching on it on that one. But yeah, I know we didn't mention Zipper Bags. So I mean, I love Zipper Bags.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites on there too.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorites.
Shout out to K-Tronado on that beat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that shit was great. Like that beat on there. Oh my goodness. Space Rapper was good too. I like that one. I know we didn't mention that one. But yeah, man, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. But like I said, just some stuff just didn't fit for me or work for me. Like the Offset feature, the Moneybagg Yo feature, the Anderson .Paak, and I love Anderson .Paak. And yeah, it just didn't quite hit for me for some reason. Music Soul Child was very surprising.
Right, that was kind of weird. I like
Grandma Stole,
but I like it though.
Yeah,
I like it too. I like it. Like, but it was surprising that he pulled Music Soul Child. So kind of to your point, Ken, he was kind of pulling some names we seen.
Who listening to Music Soul Child these days?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true, but it is a name. Nonetheless.
It is a name, yeah.
Yeah, it's a name.
And Warner probably is he on Warner?
He probably is. He probably is. Like I can see Freddie going through some names and like, oh yeah, I'll put Music Soul Child.
Hey, the budget's big, bro.
Mm-hmm. Freddie sounded like Freddie. He's definitely gonna rap. I think one of the things that I thought about listening to this was this nigga can do anything. Like he really can do anything or rhyme with anybody. I think that's what he proved on this album. Like you can't put him in an uncomfortable situation, and I think that's very unique about him, man. He's a top tier rapper, man. I think he really is a top tier rapper. This dude can do just about anything with anybody. Like and he has at this point. You know what I'm saying? He's rapped with Griselda members. He's rapped with Mark Marciano, Tyler the Creator. Like he's rapped with like so many different people. Now you rapping with Offset and like it's crazy. Like I don't know, man. Like I said, I think the more I listen to it, the more I like it. So I like this joint, man.
I'm definitely there with you, Rod. The more, because I'm not gonna front, like the way Ken felt or feels is how I felt. Just like you, like the first listen, I'm not sure, but the more I listen to it, I'm like, yes. The more I like it. Now, is it like a top 2 or top 3 Freddie project in his discography? Hell no, because I think Freddie got 1 or 2 classics. But
what you think is better than this?
Oh, definitely Pinata and Bandana.
Think both of them are?
Yeah, they both are. I like Fetty better than this. I like
Alfredo
better than this.
I'm pretty much in there like Rod at. I feel like this album kind of proved that Freddie can do a lot of different stuff. When I saw this was on Warner Brothers, I'm like, okay, yeah, he's definitely going to try to go for it did sound a little commercial, a little more cleaner, which is fine because Freddie is a good enough rapper that he can, pull his stuff off.
And see, I didn't know that. Yeah. Now that I know that, it makes sense now.
Yeah. Once I saw that,
it makes a lot more sense. I didn't know that. But
so once I start hearing the sound of the album, I'm like, okay, I get it. From that standpoint, I get it. At that point, I would just listen to the, Freddie rapping. So, Blackest in the Room, fucking Zipper Bags. I like the introspective Freddie went on Space Rabbit and Rabbit Vision, him talking about his relationship with Jeezy. And it just so happened he did an interview where he
said in the airport or something like that.
Yeah.
It made up.
Yep. So, it's funny that and I'm assuming that song was probably written before he met Jeezy at the airport. So I thought that was kind of cool. Those Dark Hearted, him talking about his past, him talking about his upbringing, upcoming and dealing and just dealing with stuff in the industry. I think those are the tracks I really enjoyed a lot on here. Grandma Stove was dope. That's another one of those introspective joints I like. Overall, this was just a solid project. I don't think it's anything I'm just going to jump through hoops for or say is this like a top album of the year for me. But I mean, listen to this. It was definitely solid. The only tracks I really didn't like was I'm with you, right? I didn't like the Offset joint. I just like the Bone reference on there that they was doing, and I didn't care for the single. But other than that, I mean, I pretty much enjoyed everything on here, man. I was fine with Anderson .Paak and Raekwon joint on here. I mean, He worked with them before on Madlib's album, so I didn't have no issue. That feature made sense. And of course, I love the DJ Paul joint because I'm like, okay, yeah, he pretty much brought Freddie into the 3-6 world with his production and everything. So I like PYS, but yeah, this was a solid joint, man. I mean, I enjoyed it for the most part. And for this review, I definitely didn't mind listening to this multiple times. So yeah.
Yeah, I like this album. I think I get what everyone's saying. I didn't put it on and think it was bad or anything. It just sounded like another Freddie project. But yeah, the only songs I didn't really care for, I didn't care for Pain and Strife, and that is because of Offset. And again, I don't even think that was really Offset's problem. I think it was just a matter of, if they gave him a different beat, I think Offset would have sounded a lot better. Like, as crazy as it's probably going to sound, I think Offset would have sounded better on PYS with him and DJ Paul. Because I feel like his flow would have fit that beat a little bit better.
I can see that.
Okay, well, good. Doesn't sound that crazy then. I did like the single Too Much. I thought it was good. I thought that the 808s were really loud. I thought Gibbs' flow was just fucking crazy. And again, like I said earlier, I thought Moneybagg Yo's, I thought his verse was good. I will forever think y'all are tripping on Feel No Pain, because damn, I loved Anderson .Paak's verse. I think he sounded so cool.
I was cool with that.
Pimpish. And then to close it out with Raekwon just coming in and just sounding like Raekwon. I thought it was good.
Yeah,
I thought it was good. Gold Rings, I was on the fence with. I was on the fence with because I didn't love the beat. So when it started, I was just like, oh, this isn't what I wanted to hear with Freddie and Pusha. It wasn't a bad song. It was definitely not a bad song, but it didn't get me excited. CIA was super dope. But, you know, I'm going to go back to Feel No Pain just for a second. I love that fucking beat. I really did. I loved it. Sounded silly at first. I was like, this beat is stupid. But then when they started rapping and it got harder, and then it went back to like kind of weird sounding things, and then it went back to being hard. I think that was such a dope fucking song. And I like how it's changed slightly for Raekwon's verse. But yeah, man, I think it's a cool project. I don't think it's, like Ralph said, I don't think it's in his top tier projects by any means. I'm not exactly sure what's holding it back from that. Maybe it's the production. I don't know. But it's still a good album. It's a good album. I don't know that I'm going to return to it a whole bunch. I feel like this is one of those albums that if I put it on, it's going to make me want to go listen to other Freddie albums. But yeah, for a major label debut, if that's what this is, you know, it is what it is. I've heard much worse major label debuts from rappers I already respected. So, oh yeah, and Blackest in the Room is definitely the best song. So,
give me Couldn't Be Done, Blackest in the Room. Give me Lobster Omelet. Give me PYS, Dark Hearted, and CIA.
Favorite tracks. Give me Blackest in the Room, Feel No Pain, PYS, CIA, and Decoded.
My favorite is Zipper Bags, Blackest in the Room, Space Rabbit, Dark Hearted, and CIA.
Blackest in the Room, Zipper Bags, Lobster Omelet, Space Rabbit, and PYS.
Couldn't Be Done, Blackest in the Room, Lobster Omelet, Feel No Pain, and CIA. And Rabbit Vision was the one I was trying to remember that y'all didn't talk about. Because that's Justice League production was fucking dope. And Freddie sounded incredible over that song.
Freddie, if you watching, another damn good album, bro. Obviously, I definitely fuck with your music. Fuck with where you going. Top tier project of yours out of your discography, no. But definitely something that got high replay value, definitely bumping it. Not much more to say, man. Because I know you got, even more work in the tuck. And I know that there's, a lot of artists and stuff that, like I said, I feel like, you bridge the gap. There's nobody in hip hop that I feel like you cannot work with. You know what I'm saying? So obviously there's proof of that it works and that you work with a lot of different people. So I'm just here for the next one, bro. I have not lost like the expectation level is still very high for your next joint, right? Like you are very consistent. So I appreciate that.
I thought this was solid. I don't think there were really, really bad songs on here. So I definitely think that It would if people, you know, say they like it, I totally get it. Because I think the songs are definitely quality songs on here. But I think it was something that Myke said that kind of triggered it. It was like, there's nothing that's really exciting me here. And at a certain point, it felt like there was a lack of cohesion as you kind of try to, you know, merge these, what it feels like two worlds together. So it'd be interesting to see, you know, how this goes and the response that you get from it. But in terms of the ability to do it, obviously that's there, you know, and you've, as they've said before, can do anything, any style, any style of rap. So it's just a matter of finding those songs that hit, that can really cross you over into more of the mainstream artists, and that's it. So, but yeah, that's what I got.
Solid project for your major label debut. Yeah, like I ain't really much to say. I'm just seeing where you. It's interesting to see where your career can go from here. Now, you know, by you having your major label debut, where are you going next? Is it just gonna be more albums with Madlib? Is it gonna be, you know, doing albums more on this level as far as the sound and the different features and stuff? So it's really, I'm just really interested to see where you go from here at this point. So just keep it up.
Gangsta Gibbs, if you're watching, kind of like what Ken said, man. I like that word, solid. I think that kind of explains how I think of this album. I think it's solid. Do I think it's, you know, are there other projects of yours that I would rather go to? Probably so, but I will say there's tracks on here that I'll pull up. But just as a whole, I just think it's just a solid project. I didn't realize that it was a major debut, so to speak. But with that said, it definitely makes sense as to why you made some of the decisions that you made. So I get it. And I think you made some pretty good decisions. And it was, like I said, pretty solid decisions on it, because people can take these debuts and just do something super crazy that just doesn't fit at all. I feel like you did a pretty decent job at making it fit. You know, even the ones I didn't particularly care for like that, I think it's still kind of, you made it work. I don't know, man. You're a very versatile rapper. Like, I feel like you can rap with anybody and on anything. So I think that's a lot to be said to your craft and what you've done. I thought it was funny because you said people thought you sounded like Young Buck, and you was like, nah, he wanted to be on G Unit at one point. You remember when he said that? So yeah, I thought that was a funny line. Cause I could kind of hear that, but yeah, you're not Young Buck, nah. But yeah, nah, man. Overall, this was a good album, man. So, you know, keep doing your thing, bro.
Freddie Gibbs, you're watching. Another great album. Again, I'm not sure that this is something I'm going to return to a lot. I think you have other projects that I enjoy a lot more, but I think your rapping was definitely up to par. I definitely was interested in how you find those interesting pockets that you seem to find on beats. I think your flows here were really, really nice. I'm not really able to put my finger on exactly what's keeping me from wanting to return to this, but it was still a good project. Definitely a good project. Maybe it'll grow on me more, but I probably don't see it happening. But either way, you drop an album, I'm gonna listen to it. So good work, and can't wait to see what you do next.